What's good with your boy? I'm not gonna lie. Some people may notice that shit is from Soul Illuminati. I'm not trying to steal his shit. I'm not trying to do nothing. I got no intro, and that's the only thing that comes to mind that when I think about YouTube is so. So this is a very personal video I want to make only because I feel like no one talks about it, but it's deeper than this. Iana. Notice how these, like, I know she has a freaking elite skin, but notice how when you go to support creators, they don't have her elite skin in there. Why, I may ask? Only because, this is my opinion, and this is how I think. Her elite skin is not in there because people don't use her. Let me explain. All these elite people you have are from creators who like them genuinely, and then they make a skin for them, or not even that. They put them in like the creator support column because majority of the content creators like these players, you know? And not to say that people don't like Iana, but people only like Iana is the fact that she has an elite skin. That's it. You know, it's like, so let's just say Iana was a good player and people use her like they use Pulse. What if people use Iana like they use Ash? Iana would have probably been in this category. Am I wrong? She would probably be in this category only because people will use her as much as they use Capcan, Blitz, Ash. You know, all these people, they have them under this creator tab, but once again, she is under an elite skin, category because she has one. It makes sense. But anyways, that's that part. But the whole main topic is like she can honestly change the game. So I don't get the full clip here, but you might see two of the same clips, but just notice the small details. In this clip here, we get slammed. We get absolutely slammed. They have a Brava, a Deimos, and Iana, but the Brava and Iana is the main topic. Hear me out. So we get slammed because Valkyrie wasted her C4 on a clone because she thought it was an Iana. So that's one C4 down. And then I think Warden got clapped, and then after that, Iana brings her clone down again, but she realizes it's clear. I didn't even know she brought her clone down. And then all of a sudden, I get killed from the back. Only because I'm turned the opposite way, and then Iana is already inside sight. You know what I'm saying? So, and then more going into the clip, you have a Brava drone across my screen. And I bring up Brava because here's the thing. Iana only has one weakness. Literally one. She's the only operator that only has one weakness. It's mute. That's it. The only operator that can really make her mess up is mute. Probably mute and tube it out. That's about it. But mute. You know what I'm saying? And she doesn't detect no gadget. So let's just say it's a Iana clone and she walks right in. You wouldn't even know we got intel on you because she can't detect anything. You know what I'm saying? But like I was saying, going more into the video, you will see a Brava drone come past my screen only to show that Brava can also be like a good duo for her because she can take all the gadgets out the way and just let the clone come in on thinking that someone is trying to drone her in, but reality, that drone can honestly have a freebie on getting through anything just to hack something. So if we actually need a push, we can push that with no problem because we have Brava and Iana in the way. You know what I'm saying? Like in the aspect of like she can drone in the clone and like let the clone do its work rather than the drone just going in and getting shot at. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not gonna put your whole your whole intel on a simple drone, but with her clone, it's pretty cool to have some type of duo, but in a way that this game kind of showed me just how Iana, how good she can be, and then when you destroy her clone, it reboots quicker. So I like that. But when you deactivate it on your own, it reboots slower, like the recharge, which is kind of weird in my opinion. But this this game in particular really showed me like, it was really cool how they used Iana in that, you know. But the whole big thing I want to push on is like Iana could really be good in like these scenarios where you need to flank. Okay, you know how like flanks work with like two ways. It's either you're flanking or you're like going for a push. But then again, you cannot flank 3 different ways only with 2 people. That's for the attack side. But for the defense side, how I thought about it, it was you can't be in 3 places at once. The only person that could be in 2 places at once is Iana. But for any operator, including her, you cannot be in 3 places at once. So if you're gonna like push something and then have her clone flank and then you push off that flank or you go the opposite way, there's probably a good chance you might get them off guard. But let's just say it's like a 1v4 scenario and then you're Iana and then you push with your clone, it gets destroyed, and then you push going on with you. But then again, you have to realize that third flank cannot be watched because you can't do anything, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, just be mindful on like how you play Iana, because like I said, you cannot be in 2 places at once, and definitely not 3. But my main point is like, don't try to do dumb things with her, because once again, I'm gonna lie. Okay, I'm gonna say this is a real nitpick. A sound cue is a sound cue. I was thinking it's like, I don't really want to use Iana because they can honestly hear me equip her clone, but it's like it don't even matter. Like everything in Siege had a sound cue, so that just said it just went in my mind and it just left. So that didn't really bother me. But it's the fact that what's the big deal about it is like you cannot be in 3 places at once, and definitely you can't watch all flanks. So it's like with her, your best bet is to go on the roof if you're gonna use her, you know. So there's many different ways to use her, not just for intel, but really confusing the enemies. And she's honestly like, you know, like what's the name? It's from anime. I mean, you could say Naruto, but I'm thinking like Itachi, only because like it kind of represents like the eye in the way that she can like put you in a fucking genjutsu, you know? Like if you use her right, like bro, you can make people genuinely confused on like, bro, she was just here, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just a way that if they don't shoot your clone and you make a good play with her clone, just being like pretending you're actually holding that angle and then you disappear, she's like, what the fuck is he at? And then all of a sudden you're really in sight. So it's like, what? It's like, how the hell she get this so fast? It's like you just fucking teleported. So it's like, I feel like Iana could really be used in the way that it makes people take their time. That's the thing though, and it goes for both sides, not just attack side, defense as well. So if you have a good player that uses Iana a lot and then the defense is very confused on where she's really coming from, that's where you get into their head. So they're gonna honestly want to check everything, push everything, look at anything and everything just to make sure that you're not actually the clone, but you're the real person. So that's where it comes down to patience. Patience. I do want to zip in a little bit on like another video I want to talk about, but I don't want to mix, like I don't want to mixture into like type of things, because I feel like if I talk about this video and then keep going back and forth on topics, it would throw most people off. So I'm just going to be on topic with Iana in particular, because I feel like Iana, once again, I've seen her pick rate, like the last time I seen him like last year is probably the same or it went lower, but I've been seeing her more recently. But then again with Iana, it's like, bro, it's just all about patience. That's the only big thing that she had is patience. Because oftentimes when we use Iana, it's just we use it and it gets shot at immediately. So it's like, bro, it's like there's no point of using her. And then also you have Solus. I bring up Solus because I see why Iana, in my opinion, I like using her, and in the way that, remember when I said Siege just prepares us for the new meta? Like, I feel like I did say that before because, hear me out. This is my theory. Iana is going to have a higher pick rate. Not saying she will be good or better, but I'm just calling it out. She will have a higher pick rate. Because now with Soulless, with her getting nerfed, you can see when you're getting scanned. So that can indicate to Iana, I'm getting scanned. Get off this fucking clone, you know what I'm saying? Or I'm getting scanned, let me hurry up, you know what I mean? So something like that. So it's like just on Soulless, just looking at you and seeing you would change a lot. And then I feel like with Siege, it's a lot of technology. You have Iana, you have Soulless, you have Visual, you have Sins, you know, all those people that only use gadgets. Not gadgets, that use technology, you know, IQ, they use technology. So it's like, not saying Sins is useless, but in a way that he has a way of like making him good, you know. And who else? That's IQ. You may think IQ is trash, but then again, it's like, bro, she can honestly look at, like, you know, she can see through walls that can see gadgets, you know. That's a big deal, you know. But then again, if it doesn't work on enemies, like the player itself is trash. That's not really true, you know, because most of these ops that don't have things that can infect nobody is very good. Like mute doesn't infect nobody, but once again, your drone is very valuable. So if you can limit down how people use operators, they're good, you know what I'm saying. But my point is with Iana, she does, and it is. She has a good weapon, like good. That sounded so bad. Like, she has good weapons. That's what I meant to say. She has good weapons, and also she has a good, I guess, secondary, the pistol and the Gom 6 and the EMPs. In my opinion, like, bro, I don't know why I see through shit like too fast, and so deep. Her EMPs work a lot. You can disarm the mute jammers, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know, shoot them. But if you need to move quick and fast, disarm them. EMP blast. Simple, you know what I'm saying? And barbed wires do destroy it. I noticed that. I think when I first used it, it was on AI. I'm like, why the hell my shit got destroyed? With fucking barbed wire. Like, wow, okay, whatever. But yes, barbed wire does destroy your clone. So before you do anything, destroy the barbed wire and then use the clone. But yeah, EMPs work perfectly with Iana with the mute jammers, and that's really only it, because she cannot detect anything, you know. No thorn trap, no beepers, no thorn trap. She cannot detect nothing, but only a BP camera. But I only say the BP camera because if they know it's a clone, they can generally shock it, but you can hardly tell if it's a clone or not, you know. But it's just, yeah, it's like Iana's like, she's really good, and I don't want to sit here and like not just say the same thing back and forth, because I'm like, how can I say she's good but can't, you know, give you pointers on how she's good? You know, she's a good flanker. You know, you can use her in the way that she's how can I explain this like perfectly? She's the operator that you use when you are not sure if you want to push this spot. Because like I said, you can send her somewhere, like anywhere. You can send her somewhere, and then based off your decision, like, can I push this? Do I want to push this? Can I push this? Do I have to push this? Send your clone out there. Like, don't risk your body to die and just to complain. Send your clone out there. Like I said, it's gonna take some time to load up, but just send your clone out there. Trust me, you would not regret it, because once they shoot your clone, it's like, okay, you know someone's here. You know, like, you cannot get mad at that. You know what I'm saying? So like, it can honestly benefit you in the long run on just being like, okay, if someone's here, I'm in my clone, so I can't die technically. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah. It's just small shit like that with Iana, you know. And honestly, like I said, the number one big thing I want to push is just patience, bro. Take your time, because like I said, bro, she can get seen by Soulless. Mute is her biggest fucking enemy. Visual as well. So it's like all these things that, I mean, it's not okay. To be real, only 3 things can counter her. is mute, soulless, and visual. Because she can't see visual because you're literally you're literally on a drone. Soulless, you know, for fucking gadget, voice crack. And then you have mute, which is mute, literally is mute. So it's like, yeah. But for me, with Iana, how I say that, like 1% chance I can master her is get 3 entries. You need to make 3 ways you're going to go. So like how I open master door, I open attic window, and I open double on main site. Just because I can pick and decide which my clone goes at, or where me personally I want to push from, and you know, execute, you know, like, so I feel like people, bro, I keep saying it, you cannot be in 3 places at once, and most definitely you cannot send your team out there and they probably might die, right? They won't push it right, you know, all these excuses. So my point is this: if you're not sure, send a clone. Just send it, you know, just use it, send it. And I say that because oftentimes, every time with solo queuers like myself, I don't trust my teammates. So having Iana is like having Iana is like a duo, kind of, you know. It's like you can't get mad at that. But you know, it has a cool way of giving itself away. But then again, it's like how else can the clone disappear without doing that fucking weird shit? You know what I'm saying? but it's a hologram, so you do expect that weird time up before it runs out, you know. So I can't get mad at that. But for me personally, like I said, the solo queuer, I do like using her because it's my own personal duo, you know. It's like I can use her to like check something, and then if it's clear, I'll push in like with me. Or if I want to like be kind of cool, you know, I'll be on my clone while in sight, you know, like just in the way that this can possibly be someone, you know. It's like you're not going to really push someone if they're really looking at you, but you won't really know it's a clone unless you shoot it and then you find out, damn, I'm dead. Because like, you know, because you would never know where she's at really, you know. So like I said, it's not kind of like Naruto, but it's kind of like Itachi, just using the genjutsu kind of, you know. So it's pretty cool in my way, but it's like I don't know, like, but I don't care. I'm calling it. Iana is going to have a good pick rate. Like during the whole time of Siege X, people are gonna actually look at her differently. I'm not gonna lie, but I feel like with using people like Iana, they're not patient. Like they're not patient. And it's not only her, it's with her and Deimos, especially Deimos. It's like they're so impatient. It's like if you scan somebody, that came out so wrong. If you scan somebody, you don't have to literally push that person you scanned. Why? Because you know where they're at. Just go push someone else. Go kill someone else. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you know where they're at all times. Just go kill your teammates. You know, like you don't have to push that one guy you scanned. Just use it as an indicator. This person is not where I thought they was, and I'm safe. That is it. Me personally, if I'm Deimos and I scan someone that's not in a spot where I think they okay, restart. If I'm Deimos and I scan someone and I think they're in a spot I thought they were in and they're not there, I'm not gonna go out my way to push that player I'm scanning. I'm gonna go push site where my team needs me, you know. So like I got 30 seconds before the time runs out on my demo scan. So I'm good enough until, you know, that person decides to push up on us or just push me. You know what I'm saying? So like it just using my environment around me basically. Like literally here, like I'm pretending I'm actually Iana, and then I'm hiding literally in gym. You know, like imagine this if it was like played right in fucking Pro League or maybe rank. Like you wouldn't expect that. Like you wouldn't expect someone to, you know, to be like that. Like wow, you have a whole clone in this bitch. You know, not even real you. You know what I'm saying? But sorry for the mumbo jumbo. Like this video is kind of getting me excited because like bro, I don't know why. I feel like I don't know. Iana needs the love. She needs love. Iana needs love, bro. I'm not gonna lie, but it's just I don't know. Like like I'm genuinely sorry for the mumbo jumbo because I felt like just bringing her up, it made me happy because, bro, she's so good. Like, she's good. It's not, bro, she has so many, like, cons, but the cons don't weigh out enough that make her bad. Don't get me wrong, but, you know, it's like, it takes time for you to adjust. It takes time for you to actually use her. It takes time for you to actually, like use certain things. It's like the most thing that takes time up is her clone deployment. That's about it, you know. But what else can you do that she can deploy her clone, you know? Like, how can she mimic herself, you know? It's like, that's ways that Siege and the devs can honestly, you know, fix on. That's about it, you know. Just save some time, just some time, not like make it like a whole problem out of it, but a little bit of time is better. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what, like, you know what I mean? It's like there's nothing else you can argue about because as you can see here, she has like the little Wi-Fi boxes on her hand to actually indicate that, you know, like it's connected and it's, you know, it's wireless, you know. So like that's one thing I've noticed about Iana. And then two is like the way it needs to copy herself, you know. Like if she's crouching, it won't crouch with her. It's gonna stand up and, like, you know, that'd be a cool thing for Iana. So like if she's crouching and she deploys it, let it crouch with her, you know. It's like, don't let it stand up and then it's like you get thrown off, you know what I mean? So it's like, I think that's pretty cool. So anything else for Iana is like, it's like I said, bro, the best way I can explain it is Itachi, bro. Just a fucking genjutsu, bro. It's like you wouldn't know if it's the real one or not. But not even saying if it's the real one or not, you wouldn't even know how to approach her because she could be anywhere. It's like she could be anywhere around the map. So it's like, what the fuck is Iana, bro? It's like, what the fuck? And then if she's used right, voice crack, what kind of? If she's used right, bro, you can literally be unstoppable. Like, unstoppable, bro. Like you could be undefeated. But just to say, okay, that's a moment jumble on purpose. Just to say that Iana, she can be a hassle because, like I said, the patience, the timing to deploy her gadget, all those good stuff, the cons. But the main thing why I said she could be a hassle, like, forget it. You know, like always, have fun. GG's.